Today I would like to show you a delicious pasta recipe with eggplant and tomato sauce, inspired by pasta from Sicily called pasta alla Norma. This expression basically means this is the standard how pasta should taste. So let's cook. Let's first see what ingredients we have to prepare to be able to cook this yummy pasta for 4 people. For the sauce we need 2 medium eggplants, 400 g peeled tomatoes in tomato juice or tomato pulp, 1 medium onion, 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of dried basil, salt, ground black pepper, olive oil for richer taste, spicy olive oil, 5 to 6 slices of bacon, you can leave it out if you don't eat meat, fresh basil leaves, grated Parmesan type cheese. Then of course we need pasta. 350 grams of pasta, ideally either penne or rigatoni, because the pasta sauce gets nicely inside the tubes. I used penne. At least 3.5 liters of water for cooking pasta and 1 tablespoon of salt. We already know what ingredients we need, but we can only get to the actual cooking if we prepare them for cooking. So let's start with eggplant. Cut the clean eggplant into rounds about 5 mm thick. Place on a plate. Some recipes call for letting the salted eggplant sit for some time to release the bitter water, but not this recipe. We do not want the eggplant to be too salty. We just lightly salt and pepper it. Finally, drizzle with olive oil. Eggplant will give the sauce the necessary meatiness. Next we will prepare bacon. Stack the bacon slices on top of each other and cut them into small pieces. If you don't eat meat or are fasting, you can easily leave it out. Aerate the bacon so it is easier to fry. Clean a few cloves of garlic and cut them into small pieces. The only left is onion. Clean the onion and cut it into slices. Do not chop onion. Onion slices add extra meatiness to the sauce. Aerate the onion so that you can saute it nicely. In this way, we have prepared all the ingredients so we can start cooking. If you prepared bacon like I did, heat up a pan and fry bacon in the pan until pink. If some pieces happen to pop out of the pan, lower the heat on the stove. Transfer the fried bacon to a plate. Next, we have to cook eggplant. There are 2 ways to prepare eggplant. One option is to fry sliced and seasoned eggplant in a pan on each side until pink brown. This process is slightly lengthy because we have to stand near the stove, otherwise we run the risk of burning the eggplant. Heat the oil in a pan and fry sliced eggplant on each side. Add 1 or 2 teaspoons of oil if needed. When the eggplant is fried, transfer it to a plate. Continue like this until you cook all the eggplant. The second option for cooking eggplant takes less time than frying in a pan. Place the sliced eggplant on a large baking sheet lined with baking paper, season with salt and pepper, and drizzle with olive oil. Bake the eggplant in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes. Divide cooked eggplant into 2 halves. Cut 1 half into slices approximately 1.5 centimeters wide. Before we start cooking pasta sauce, let's cook pasta. Boil water on the stove. For 100 grams of pasta, we need approximately 1 liter of water and 1/4 tablespoon of salt. Place the pasta in boiling water. Cook the pasta until it's cooked al dente, soft but a bit hard inside. The pasta will finish cooking itself after draining. Drain the pasta. Remember to save a cup of pasta water for cooking the pasta sauce. You may need it if the sauce is too thick. Do not rinse the pasta with cold water. If you are worried that your pasta will stick together, drizzle it with olive oil after draining. Some chefs already cook pasta with a spoonful of olive oil. Set the cooked pasta aside. We are getting close to the finals. We are going to cook pasta sauce. Heat the oil in a pan. I use spicy olive oil, chili flakes marinated in olive oil. I recommend preparing such homemade oil. Your dishes will have a very subtle spicy flavor. You can find the link how to easily prepare such oil at home under the video or on the website at mytastyanddelicious.com. Add onion and stir. Salt the onion with a pinch of salt and season with ground black pepper. Stir. Then add garlic and fry until both ingredients take on a slightly pinkish brown color. Then add peeled tomatoes in tomato sauce or tomato pulp. Stir the sauce until all ingredients are combined. Add dried basil. Stir at a moderate temperature for approximately 3 minutes. If the sauce seems too dry, you can top it up with reserved pasta water or rinse the can of tomatoes. Cook for another 5 minutes, stirring constantly. Then add chopped eggplant. Cook for another 5 minutes. If necessary, add water again. If tomato sauce is cooked, just before the end, add fresh basil. Sometimes if the tomato sauce is sour, I recommend adding a pinch of sugar and stirring well. Pasta sauce is ready for serving. Pour the cooked sauce over the pasta. Or you can also add pasta to pasta sauce. Stir well. Finally, add fried bacon, decorate with fresh basil and pieces of eggplant that you set aside. Serve with grated Parmesan cheese. This pasta tastes fantastic. I believe that you too will say, like the Italians, this is the norm, this is how pasta should taste. Eggplant gives the pasta sauce a meaty taste. Tomato sauce with onion, garlic, and bacon, with the mild spiciness of olive oil and with the flavor of basil, form a perfect combination of Italian pasta. This pasta is simply perfect. If you like this recipe, don't forget to like it and subscribe. And since it's spring here today, after a long winter, I set the table in my garden. Of course, there was also my dog Thor, who always gets something. Enjoy your cooking and enjoy your cooking and see you next time. Bye! Čo by si chcel?
Chcesz to ręką?